Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's a little bit of an impromptu video. This isn't something planned. I just had some feelings I kind of wanted to discuss on here, and I think that whoever's watching this, obviously you clicked on the title, I know you can relate to these feelings, and I wish that there was a message like this out there for me. So I wanted to provide a message for you, and hopefully it helps you. And I hope you understand that you're not alone in feeling this way, and that we're all human at the end of the day, and we're all trying to get through struggles of our own. But when it comes to this specific issue, I feel I understand in a way that might be different to most creators. I didn't do any fancy setup here. I just wanted to talk to you person to person, human to human, soul to soul, because I don't know, I feel like right now, especially this time of year, is a big time for change. And it's a big time for growth, you know, the spring, the winter ending, spring coming in, new growth, new opportunities, new things coming with the beginning of a new year. And I feel like right now a lot of us are going through a really tough time and having to accept that our old ways and our old habits and our old identity is not something we can carry with us for the rest of our lives if we plan to live the lives we dream of living. I understand that it's really hard. I want you to know that you're not alone. And I know that might feel strange, seeing it from a stranger on the internet that you don't know, but the universe really called to me today to make this video. And it was, like I said, it was not something planned. And I really feel like if you're watching this, this message is for you. So you are in the right place. You are safe. You are okay. You are welcome here. And so yeah, let's talk about loneliness. Loneliness in friendships, loneliness in relationships, being a lonely person, okay? I think when you are living your life as an authentic person and trying your best every single day to grow and be the best person you can be, it's a really, really lonely path. Extremely lonely. And to be authentic and genuine and honest and have a real pure intentioned heart is triggering for people that are not that way. Most people do not have pure intentions. Most people don't want to better themselves. Most people feel as though there's nothing wrong with them at all. And you are choosing day by day, action by action, thought by thought, word by word, to be better. And that inspires jealousy in a lot of people. When you present yourself as a good, honest, well-intentioned person with a good heart, people are frightened by that because they feel as if they're undeserving, and so their own insecurities project onto you into really harmful and hurtful ways. And you know, you walk around and you see terrible people that you know are bad people, have done horrible things, walking around with everything you could have ever dreamed of. Beautiful friend groups, you know, large friend groups. I know that's like a specific thing I've always wanted. Big friend groups, long-term relationships. And you're thinking to yourself, what am I doing wrong? All these terrible people are succeeding in all the areas I wish I was regarding loneliness specifically. And yet I'm doing all the right things, what I'm supposed to do, what I feel I'm supposed to do as a good person, and yet I'm not being rewarded in the way that they are. And I just wanted to say that I think it's a really big misconception that those people are honestly fulfilled. Those relationships, those friendships that you're seeing they may be posting, or that group of people that they may be hanging out with, does not mean that it's a good thing. From the outside, it may look like it's a good thing. It may look like what you want, but on the inside, in reality, it is not what you want. You are not seeing the insecurity that that person feels to the point where they can't sit alone at a table. They are willing to surround themselves with whomever, whenever, however, because they cannot bear the idea of being alone, being with themselves. Loneliness is incredibly hard. I could sit here and tell you all day it gets better, that you will find those groups, and you know, this is just where you're at, destined to be right now. And even as true as those statements are, it sucks to hear because it's almost like it doesn't help. I can say that one of the biggest things like I've ever wanted was a large co-ed friend group as a teenager growing up. And I still yearn for that to this day. And when I receive that, I feel as though I'm on cloud nine. Everything's perfect. They think I'm funny. They think I'm nice. They appreciate me. Then when, for whatever reason, it doesn't work out, I blame myself. And I promise you that look at how complicated and how hard it is for you to work on yourself and to try to change yourself. Now imagine trying to do that to someone else, for someone else. It's impossible. You cannot change people. You cannot mold them into the friends you want them to be. Sometimes, at the end of the day, it just sucks. That's it. It just sucks. Being lonely is a wonderful way to build yourself up as a person, to learn to love yourself. I do very much appreciate my seasons of isolation just as much as I appreciate my time when my friendships are stronger and doing better than ever. But those seasons of isolation make me appreciate the friendship more. Now I know some of you are sitting there saying, well, I've been in a season of isolation for what feels like forever. And honestly, I think of it as like a foggy mirror between me and the people in the world. It's like they can see me, they know what I look like, they can hear my words, but it's like they'll never truly understand what's underneath. And if you're feeling that way, that means that you are not friends with the right people. But you must also understand that everyone's communication styles are different. And you can't expect people to understand you as a person 100% because they never will. And you will never understand someone else 100%. You will only ever know yourself completely. And so to place that expectation that that someone will understand you 100% all the way through is a little bit unfair of a standard to place on other people. I think I've learned a lot from the time that I've spent alone in my room, reading, watching movies, coloring, journaling, doing whatever I can, it feels like sometimes, to distract myself from the loneliness. But what I have recently learned that while human connection is incredibly important, and of course I want you to foster healthy relationships and friendships, that emptiness comes from a place of insecurity. Because there is some kind of validation in proving yourself to people that you want to be friends with and them approving of it. And them agreeing with you and liking you and laughing at your jokes. That validation fills that hole in a way for a lot of us. And unfortunately, we have to learn that validation, again, is only coming from a place of insecurity, and you can give that validation to yourself. You don't have to, please hear me when I say this, you do not have to prove to people that you are worthy of being their friend. You are worthy just by existing. And I know that that's a hard thing to hear, and you might not believe it the many times you may have heard it, or even if this is the first time you're hearing it now. You are worthy just by existing. And you do not need to prove to anyone that you are worthy of being their friend. Take those people off the pedestal. They are not better than you. They are not worse than you. You need to stop thinking of people as higher than you, better than you, worthy of more than you. Their life is just as endlessly complicated as yours. And even if they may not express it to you, or they express it in a different way than you might, you can't see inside their head. You don't know what causes them to do the things that they do, just like they don't know that about you. Even if you communicate it, they will never completely understand why you communicate the way you do. That's just the way that the world works. To say, because this is a conversation I've had with many people in my life over and over again of, I'm doing all the right things, I'm being a good person, I'm being a good friend, I text back right away when they need me, I'm there for them, I cover for them buying something if they don't have the money for it, or I always try to make everyone feel welcome when they come into my space if you're at college specifically. And yet, I still can't keep friends. I still am too much. I'm too overbearing. I don't understand. I'm a good person. I have a good heart. Why don't people see that? And I think partially it's because you feel like you have to prove that you're a good friend instead of just letting them see it naturally, organically, in your everyday actions. You don't have to go out of your way to prove your worth to someone. You're also forgetting a key element here. The friendship is just as much about them as it is about you. It's not your fault. It's just not. You're forgetting that those people have been through traumas that they may have not healed from. You are meeting people at different places on their journey. Maybe this person isn't self-aware at all. You don't know. Maybe their insecurities control their every action, their every thought. Maybe they do know you're a good friend deep down, and they can't handle that because they feel as though they don't deserve you. But if you sit here trying to search for answers, trying to figure out, I don't understand, I'm doing the right thing, you will never get an answer. I can promise you that. You will drive yourself mad before you get an answer. You cannot focus on other people. You simply can't. And I know you're tired of hearing it, but you have to focus on yourself. There is something, at least in my experience, there is a void that can only be filled by meaningful interactions with friends. And maybe that's not the right way things should be. And I need to learn to get rid of that habit. It's also okay to admit that you want friends. You should not feel ashamed for thinking that, for wanting that, for yearning for human connection, whether romantic or platonic. We are wired for connection. That is our purpose as a species, to connect and engage with one another. We're social beings. Don't deny yourself that part of your humanity. You deserve to have beautiful friendships that help you grow as a person and that you enjoy and make you laugh and make you venture out into new experiences. You absolutely deserve that. But the question also is, are you looking in the right places? Are you looking in areas where people that align with your morals would gather? If you are looking for friends that are academically focused, committed in everything they do, care about others around them, they spend a lot of their time studying, they're homebodies, why are you searching for those people at frat parties? Not to say that there's anything wrong with going to a frat party. If you're looking for a friend that wants to go out and just have a good time and not talk about anything serious, why are you looking in the library for those people? You know, you need to attune your setting and what kind of friends you're looking for. Ask yourself, what is it that you're looking for? And I think you'd be surprised, a lot of what you're looking for is a reflection of yourself. Like, for example, for me, I am looking for friends that are incredibly loyal, love to have fun and have a good time and relax and do like crafty hobbies and things like that, and friends that don't necessarily like to party but like to go to classier events like, you know, jazz clubs and things like that, and that are incredibly academically focused and also aren't afraid to show their heart. If they care about something, they're not afraid to say that. If they want to hang out, it's frequently, and they're not afraid to send a text about it. They're not ashamed of who they are. So those are also things that I love about myself, that I am that way. So realize that you have to become your own best friend to survive this. You simply do. Now, I know it sucks when you end up doing something that you really wanted to do with a group. Like, I can say, for example, there are a lot of times where I have this folder on my Instagram and I save it for like group, like things I want to do with friends. And it's things like painting candles or things like that, or like craft things like that, because that's what I enjoy. And then I never end up doing them. And I've started to realize I can just do them by myself. Sure, it won't be the same, but I am the only one I have for the rest of my life. Friends and family will come and go and pass away, or move across the world, but you have you, and that's it for the rest of your life. You need to make spending time with yourself enjoyable, because if you're miserable inside your own head, how could you ever enjoy the rest of your life? No one in your life is going to be permanent. So to depend entirely on other people for happiness is just a dangerous road to go down, and you will not go down it and leave it happy. Take yourself out to dinner. Buy yourself flowers. Engage in things that are scary that you might think you'd only do it in a group setting, and go out and do it by yourself. Go to a yoga class by yourself, for example. Do anything that you thought you needed a group to do. Do it on your own and watch how your relationship with yourself flourishes. Trust me, I really understand. Loneliness is really hard. It is. And there's no piece of advice or quote that I could give or tell you that will make that reality change. But how you react, how you handle it, is what's important. Some days, sure, I will just sit in bed and be sad. And that's okay, because your feelings are valid and it's important to make space for them. But other days, it's important that you push yourself to get up and get out there and experience your life by yourself. There are so many scary things that I've done in my life by myself, that I've gotten myself through by myself. And I respect myself so much more for that. Self-love is born from staying committed to yourself, to keeping your promises to yourself. I can also say that if you're in a situation like me where you go to college and you run the risk of running into people that you used to be friends with that you're not with anymore, and things didn't end super well, that can be really, really difficult. And it's like time slows and a slideshow of all the moments that you had with them play across your face, and you just wonder where things went wrong, and you just wish you can turn back the clock. But let me tell you this, things happen for a reason. I honestly don't believe anything is a coincidence. I think every single thing that happens on this planet happens for a reason. And I know there's a famous quote that, and you don't have to be religious to say this, but when the world closes a door, it opens a window. Things happen for a reason. There is no such thing as rejection. There is only redirection. Things don't work out sometimes. Not everybody becomes best friends when they meet. And that's okay. That does not make you bad. That doesn't make you a wrong person. It doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. Sometimes things just simply don't work out, and it's for your greater good. I promise you. Every time something has happened to me and I've doubted it, why is this happening to me? What is the explanation? I did everything I could have done to make this work out and it didn't. Give it a few months, maybe even a few weeks time, I see why that did not work out. There is absolutely a greater force at work, whether you believe in religion or not. It can be the universe, it can be God, it can be whoever. There is a greater force at work out there that is protecting you from people that you think are well-intentioned that are not. God removed those people from your life because he heard conversations that you didn't. And I think that's a really powerful message, and it's true. I think deep down in all of us, we do have this gut feeling when it's the wrong group of people that it is wrong, but we want this friendship or relationship so badly that we stuff those feelings down because we're so blinded by what we believe we want. Like, I'm guilty of, in the past, I've stayed in a relationship just because I wanted to be in a relationship so badly, even though I knew it wasn't good for me deep down. You need to learn to trust yourself and trust your instincts, okay? There are so many beautiful things coming your way. And I know that may be hard to believe right now when it just feels like every day is a dark, lonely path. But like I said, everything is temporary. this is happening for a reason. You're not going to be in a season of isolation for the rest of your life. So use this time that you have now to work on yourself, to work hard, work on the things that you're passionate about, so that when those incredible friend groups or relationships come around, you have the free time for them. And you have even healthier ways of coping with or dealing with conflicts within them. Even though one day you will get those incredible friends that you really wish for, they're not going to be perfect. You're still going to have conflicts with them. You're still going to have to work through things with them. Build yourself into being the best friend that you can be, not to other people, but the best friend you can be to yourself. A friend that will tap you on the shoulder and say, hey dude, this isn't good for us. We shouldn't be here. That will be honest with you. That will hold you accountable. That will be your buddy to the gym. Make yourself that friend for yourself. Stay committed to your goals, to everything that you love. Stop focusing on what you do not have and turn inward and focus on what you do have. Because once you do that, you will be shocked at how much is actually going right for you. But when we focus on what's going wrong, it seems like it's a lot more than it actually is. And I can tell you in my personal experience, if I knock a drink over and I say, oh, of course this is happening to me with my luck, of course, and now I'm gonna be late for class, and blah, 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 and then the next thing happens, and you blame it on the same thing, and you just keep going, and then all of a sudden your entire day is turned into nothing but negativity, where you're constantly blaming yourself for little things that are frustrating you, or for blow-ups, or things that are a little bit bigger than that, instead of approaching it with, oh crap, I dropped my coffee, it's okay, it was just an accident. And you clean it up and you move on with your day. The perception and the lens through which you see the world controls everything in your reality. The narrative that you tell yourself about what kind of person you are absolutely dictates your every action and every word. Now that can't control how others view you, but it absolutely contributes to how you view yourself. Loneliness is a natural part of life. Being a genuine person is going to almost guarantee you loneliness. But sometimes being lonely is the only way we can get to the best version of ourselves, because we can't focus on the one true voice that matters when there's noises and voices from many others. The one true voice that matters is your own. Trust yourself. Know yourself. And I want to finish off today's video with a quote that I think encapsulates this pretty well. Sometimes the best ways to make a big difference is adding up lots of small ones.
So I'm gonna say hi or something, like...
What?
I wanna say hi.
Okay, you can come say hi. Hi. Say hi. This is my brother's girlfriend, Amber, and she was sitting over there while I was filming and she was making me laugh in the beginning. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I really hope that everything I said today kind of helped you to understand yourself better, and hopefully you can take some of what I said and put it into your daily life. I promise you, as much as you don't want to hear it, it does get better, okay? Things do change for the better. So just be patient and use this isolation. Sorry. And use this isolation wisely. Use it to your advantage. And study and work your hardest to be your best self. Because one day, when those amazing friendships and relationships do come along, you'll be ready. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hit that follow button.
And I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay. You're already laughing! I didn't even start! I'm already... You can go sit in the living room.
Okay, I'll be fine, I'll be fine.
I can see you!
What's the face this way? Alright, I'll stop.
Okay. Oh no, my battery's low. It's on like... Okay, I gotta make this quick. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's gonna be a little bit... I can see you fucking laughing. I knew this wasn't gonna fucking work. Go sit in the living room. Okay. stop. Okay.
Bitch, here, stop! Stop!
What? No, that's not. I'm not saying.
No.
No, I'm just. I meant. Okay, that's not what I meant. Shut up.